In today's video, we are meal prepping for an entire week. This video is for you if you're a busy woman who needs to hit at least 100 grams of protein a day, who might not really love meal prepping, but needs simple, tasty, and realistic meals that can fuel yourself and or your family. Meals that are gonna actually fuel you so you have enough energy throughout the day and you don't crash. Meals that are gonna properly fuel your workouts. And meals that are gonna keep you satiated so that at nighttime you don't have cravings. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jen Sarbone and I'm so excited because I'm about to show you what I bought from the grocery store, what my meal prep process looks like as far as breakfast, lunch, dinner, other tips and tricks, and how you can stay on track, whether that's building lean muscle, losing body fat, whether it's just maintaining. This is the process for you. So let's get into it. If you haven't subscribed already, definitely do that. I have a free grocery guide in the description, super helpful. I have tons of different workout videos as well. So hit that button. Getting into it, this is exactly what I bought today. So I'm gonna break it down by macro and micro food groups. So we're gonna start with micronutrients. I have little microgreens to kind of go on top of toast and things like that. Arugula to mix with my salads. Baby spinach, ton of these because they go in my eggs. Little mini cucumbers, avocados and limes for the recipe, along with cilantro. Frozen broccoli, frozen berries for breakfast and snacks, bananas. Going into the proteins, ground turkey. I get 93.7 just because the extra lean tastes absolutely terrible and I just can't fathom it. I got some pre-cut steak because I don't want to cut it myself. Bajillion eggs, garnet egg whites, a little bit of pre-made chicken. I am gluten and lactose intolerant, but everybody talks about how good cottage cheese is, so I made a mistake. I got lactate cottage cheese, but the problem is the ingredients have a lot of crap in it that I don't like to consume, like natural flavor. If something doesn't say organic natural flavor and you don't know where the natural flavor is coming from, it's not organic and it's not good for you. Xanthan gum can sometimes cause inflammation. Locust bean gum, guar gum, lactic acid, sorbic acid, and carbon dioxide. This is all preservatives. I had a little bit on toast earlier and my stomach hurts because I'm super sensitive, but it's all right. I tried it. It is what it is. For carbohydrates, I already have oats, I already have rice, I already have quinoa, so I just got myself sweet potato chunks. Normally I will wash, peel, and cut them myself, but I didn't do that this time. Lastly, for coffee, typically I do a French press and I do hot coffee, but I've been into cold brew lately, so I got Califia. The trick is, if you have a lot of cold brew, you feel like a so you do a little bit of cold brew, you do some creamer, ice, and then some more almond milk. So the reason why I picked these two is because for the creamer, super delicious. For 1 tablespoon, be careful when you're pouring. The ingredients are only organic almond milk, organic brown sugar, baking soda, and organic natural flavor. If it's organic natural flavor, it's more trustworthy. Plus it has the non-GMO project verified logo. So that's always how you know it's kind of in the clear as far as eating clean. And then the Califia organic almond milk unsweetened, 3 ingredients: almonds, water, and sea salt. Why even buy almond milk or oat milk or anything that has all the guar gums and the leavening agents? It causes inflammation. It's not good. So just make sure you're buying the right ingredients. Be very careful when you're shopping. Because again, mind you, this is all about gut health. This is all about being lean, toned, and having a healthy gut. If you are already bloated and inflamed, definitely be careful. If you don't have these issues, don't worry too much about it. Just be careful. Lastly, for breakfast, sometimes I do love to have pancakes. My trick is whenever I have a sweet tooth, I'm usually buying the Simple Mills brand. Pumpkin spice, I'm not too thrilled about, but I will literally make this with protein powder and egg whites. So you're just having a whopping like 30 grams per serving of pancakes. And they taste so freaking good, dude. Like, the ingredients are almond flour, arrowroot, pumpkin, organic coconut sugar, organic coconut flour, cream of tartar, organic spices, baking soda, and sea salt. Like, not one thing in there is bad. And even though there's 6 grams of sugar per serving, it's all good stuff. Lastly, for the recipe today, I have sweet chili sauce, which again does have cane sugar in it, but other than that, it's not bad at all. There's about 12 grams of sugar in here for 2 tablespoons, so it's a little sugary. Usually if you do have gut health issues, sugar's not the problem. Like if you have SIBO, H. pylori, because I'm going through it, and the sugar is not an issue for me as long as I have it in moderation and there's no other crappy ingredients in there, you're good to go. I got some gluten-free soy sauce because I'm gonna need that. I did get pickled red onions for my salads. I got some dark chocolate chips that are vegan. The ingredients are cacao, organic dates, organic cocoa butter, and that's it. So very clean. I got some baking powder because I'm gonna need that, and then organic Hive raw and unfiltered honey. Lastly, I forgot, I did get some bone broth. This is a really good way to get extra protein in. You can literally mix it with your rice or use it as the water when you're boiling your rice. Not only that, if you heat up a cup of this stuff every single day, it's really soothing for the stomach. I had a point where I was eliminating all the FODMAPs and I was having like 2 cups of this a day. I was drinking aloe vera. All that stuff was pretty decent. My gut health didn't start really improving until I had proper supplementation as well. I am gonna make another video on that, but if you do have like sensitive stomach, drinking this even first thing in the morning or at night, I find it very relaxing. I'll just heat up a cup either after dinner or with dinner. In between, doesn't really matter, but the Kettle and Fire is my favorite brand. All right, first things first, for these marinated steak bowls, this is everything that you're gonna need. Everything's gonna be in the description, but I have to marinate the steak. So I'm gonna combine all my seasonings and my liquids. I'm gonna put it all in a Ziploc bag with the steak and let that chill for an hour. Mix it up a little bit. I absolutely love garlic and I will always overuse it. I don't even care. Judge me. I'm gonna go ahead and crush all these. In the bag, everything goes. And goes the marinade. While my steak is marinating, I'm going to bake the sweet potatoes, prepare the breakfast, and prepare the other meal. I'm going to take some parchment paper, and I already preheated the oven to 425. I'm going to take my avocado oil spray. I'm going to use salt, some pepper, paprika, other spritz everywhere. Spread this around, make sure everything is evenly coated. Pop them in. We're gonna move on to breakfast. This is something that I don't typically do because I love cooking breakfast. I like savory usually in the morning, but let's say I did have a sweet tooth and I wanted a breakfast or maybe like a pre or post workout meal. This is going to be baked oats. So as you can see, I have all my ingredients here. What I'm gonna do is make kind of like a brownie oatmeal bake, and this is exactly how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start by mashing bananas. Typically you want them a little bit riper, but this is totally fine. Which side are you actually supposed to peel it on? Does anybody know? I'm gonna mash about 3 of them in a container. We are doing a little bit of tossing and turning. If you have a better utensil or method of mashing bananas, please leave it in the comments, but I'm about to break my fork. Let's go. Side note, you do have to use glass because we're actually gonna be baking these. Each container needs 80 grams of banana, so make sure you're measuring. That way you know how much you're eating. So we're on the gram setting, as you can see. That was 85. Tell me 3 bananas was like exact with a tiny bit left over. That is impressive. We're gonna do about 40 grams of rolled oats in each one as well. So you wanna press on again. little crazy there. Okay, so to add to the base, I'm gonna put a little bit of baking powder. Like the tiniest little pinch. This is too much. Okay, we're gonna do a pinch of sea salt in each as well. This is the part I forgot. I'm gonna use Brownie plant vanilla protein powder. And do a little bit of honey as well. Tiny bit of almond extract. I don't think I have any left, to be honest. I'm out. Now we're gonna do some cacao as well. Dude, seriously? And now we add the almond milk. Don't forget the cacao nibs. I'm a slob and I'm gonna ruin the entire kitchen trying to be neat on camera. You're gonna wanna keep adding a little bit of milk. Vegan protein always tends to need more milk than whey protein. I've noticed that. Next. The texture should be gloopy. I'm gonna carefully place these guys in here. We're gonna bake these at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes. And let's see how that works out. The steak is still marinating. We just completed breakfast, so this is going to be what we need for meal 3. Meal 3 is gonna be ground turkey with sweet chili sauce and broccoli. First things first, we have to microwave the broccoli for at least 2 minutes. I'm gonna do about 3.5. Let's get down, bitches. I would be wanting to wear white and get crap all over me. I don't know why I wear white. I'm also a lefty, so if you want to get a meat masher, I don't blame you, but this is how I do it. Okay, so since the turkey is about 85–95% cooked, I am just gonna go ahead and add the seasonings again. The brownies that I'm smelling right now are insane. Salt. Now it's almost done. I'm just gonna lower the heat a little bit. I'm gonna add the broccoli now. Basically, I'm just gonna push everything to the side. Add my broccoli. I'm also preparing instant rice in the meantime, super easy. The only thing is I am gonna make it with the bone broth just so that I have extra protein. Pretty much it's a 1-to-1 ratio. You can't mess it up. It's 1 cup of broth and 1 cup of rice. So I'm gonna bring the cup of broth to a boil. I'm just gonna add the rice. Once it starts boiling, you turn the heat off and that's literally it. It's time to mix everything up and add the chili sauce because everything's getting a little bit crispy. I it right now, so it's okay to talk. The full. Look at that. Okay, these are super hot, but they just came out. They smell delicious. I could have probably cooked them for like a couple minutes less, but let's see. Tastes like a brownie. When it comes to assembling the turkey with the broccoli, I use 2 packs, which means there's about 8 servings. So I'm actually gonna put half of these in here. The other half are gonna go to my boyfriend. I'm just gonna evenly divide this with my eyeballs. You can absolutely measure out if you need to. The only thing is, broccoli makes it off. But I have a pretty decent eye for my serving size, which is about 4 ounces. My boyfriend's is about 6, so typically I would cook with 3 packs just to make sure that he gets his 6 and I get my 4. So it's about like a scoop and a half each, and I'll zoom in a moment. The rice is gonna go on the side, or I might cook quinoa, I'm not sure yet. But the rice is also going to be used for the steak bowls. So far, this is what we have. It is time to make the steak with the avocado drizzle on top and then assemble it in bowls with sweet potato. Pretty much, I'm just going to grab my NutriBullet. Not necessarily a food processor, but it will work. So I'm pretty much just gonna cut my avocados like so, give it a little twist, get the core out, chop it up into tiny little squares like so. I'm gonna throw that in the processor. I'm gonna add about 4 tablespoons of water. I'm gonna add more as I see fit as I blend it. It is time to cook the steak. So my very last meal did not make the containers because I'm just gonna serve a serving for me, a serving for my boyfriend. So this is what it looks like. You basically just put the arugula with the drizzle on top. You could do some rice with sweet potato, whatever carb you want, and then you just put the steak on there as well with a couple cloves of garlic. So looks absolutely delicious. So there you have it, all 3 meals for the entire week. So I know there's a ton of weekly meal prep videos out there. So I just wanna say I'm very grateful that you chose mine. Please comment down below which recipe you are gonna try in your weekly meal prep. Tell me what you learned. If you like these videos, if you have any suggestions for what you do wanna see next from me, please comment them down below. If you like this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe, leave comments, tell me what you think, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.